What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, Mark Destiny, and this is the Wrestling with Destiny AEW Dynamite review show. As AEW continues to march to Double or Nothing on May 30th, it presented an episode of Dynamite that devoted to its tag team and women's divisions. The Young Bucks put their World Tag Team titles on the line while Women's Champion Hikaru Shida tuned up for an up-and-coming title defense against Britt Baker by squaring off against her right-hand woman, Rebel. With appearances by Christian Cage, Jon Moxley, and new TNT champion Miro, the show delivered its typical star-studded affair while creating buzz for the up-and-coming pay-per-view extravaganza. What went down and who emerged with momentum on their side? Find out on the AEW Dynamite review show with Mark Destiny. I'll be right back with you after a message from Darby Allin.
Hey yo, what up? It's Darby Allin, and you need to subscribe and tune into Wrestling with Destiny podcast on YouTube at Mark Destiny for wrestling content and review shows. Tap in or tap out.
Looking for the news, I'm the one you need to see. AEW, NXT, and WWE. In and out the rope so we can keep it in the ring. For the business, I'm like great because it turned me to a fiend. I super kicks it to your HBK 9-7. From the same city as Moxley, Cincinnati, where I'm repping. 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, you won't last. You are tuned into the Wrestling with Destiny podcast.
Now this week on Dynamite, they came out with fire again. With Christian Cage versus Matt Sydal, knowing that them two know each other from WWE days when Matt Sydal was Evan Bourne. They made a huge mistake letting him go. But anyway, after accepting Christian Cage's opening challenge a week ago, Matt Sydal took the fight to the future Hall of Famer early and often in their show open contest. Cage countered as a back and forth action dominated the opening moments. A baseball slide drop kick by Cage and a big backbreaker allowed him to build momentum. The former world champion targeted the lower back of his opponent, looking to damage his core and take away his ability to mount a sustained offense. Sydal caught his opponent with the Meteor for a quick 2 and then continued his comeback with the barrage of lightning quick kicks. Chants of both these guys broke out as Sydal rocked the veteran performer with the double knee attack in the corner. Christian countered with the backbreaker. Sydal answered with the crossface that forced Cage the sanctuary of the bottom rope. Sydal tried a middle rope moonsault, but he missed it. Cage turned him inside out with a spear, which was crazy because I knew he was going to do that spear, and he posted up for it just like Edge do. Moments later, he caught Sydal with knees to the back, and then downed him with the kill switch for the win. I love the kill switch. After the match, the victory helped his opponent to his feet before Taz interrupted and Ricky Starks appeared with a fly-ass suit. Starks provided a distraction that allowed Team Taz, Brian Cage, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Hook to attack from behind. Then, out of nowhere, Hangman Page made the save. But the Hills got the upper hand and stood tall to close out the segment. So, Team Taz pretty much whooped Christian Cage's ass, and then they whooped my guy Hangman Page ass. Just like that. Now, I will say this. Ricky Starks is not in action because of his injury, but they're going to keep him on television, which is great. That's what they did with Stone Cold Steve Austin when he got his neck broke by Owen Hart with the pile driver. But it's good that they're leaving him on television because the guy's too good not to be seen. He can do a bunch of promo work, and he's good on the microphone, and he can be another mouthpiece besides just Taz talking. But it looked to me, though, like Ricky Stark should just run his team instead of Taz. I don't know, man. That's what it looked like. Taz, he's great on the microphone too, but when Ricky Stark started talking about Team Taz and how they was all with him like that, it looked good, man. And I will say this, Hook, your punches look better and your kicks look better. Thank you. I see you've been practicing because they were horrible at first. So keep up the good work, man. Cage and Seidel had a solid in-ring chemistry. Their styles mesh incredibly, and their creativity, particularly when it came to sequencing and reversals, was on display. That's their veterans. The right guy went over, but Seidel continued to prove he can excel as a singles or tag team competitor. This is facts. The post-match beatdown by Taz was fine and sets up several storylines for the Casino Battle Royal at Double or Nothing. In a match of that sort, to prevent spontaneous punching and kicks between guys with no shot of winning, stories are key. Taking the match into consideration of the feud, this was a great segment to kick off the show. I agree with this. This was a great way to kick off AEW Dynamite. The match was good. The promo work with Ricky Starks was good. The beatdown looked fantastic, made them look strong. Matt Sydal still looked like a beast even though he lost. Christian Cage got another win under his belt. He had a good match. He's still looking a little winded, but that's to be expected if you've been out of the ring for 7-8 years. So no complaints from me there. I'm good with this. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Now, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and the Acclaim. I have posted on social media. The Acclaim been throwing bars at Jon Moxley, and it's hilarious, man. It's great. I think the dude actually can rap. Seriously. I don't mean whatever floats your boat though, but this is hilarious. Now there was a segment with Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. They were just walking and talking about this match, how they're in the tag team division now, and they have to get wins under their belt so they can be the right competitors for a tag team championship match. And basically that was just that. Now, when Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston came out, they came out to Wild Thing again, but it was like a revised version, and I think it was dope. I know people gonna hate on it. It is what it is, but I think it was dope. So then Acclaim came out, and they had bars for him again. He said they exchanged Valentine's Day gifts. He said that Jon Moxley's wife, Renee Young, all of his mentions, she want him to come by to get some oral sessions or something like that. That was hilarious. But you probably shouldn't have said that, because Jon Moxley clocked him ASAP when the match started. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston set the tone early in the match with the Acclaim's Max Caster and Anthony Bowens pummeling the young team after a reference to the former champion's wife, Renee, and Oral Sessions podcast. The babyfaces dominated the opening moments of the match until a dragon screw leg whip to Kingston off the ropes left him prone to the Acclaim's attacks. Caster and Bowens worked over him, isolating Eddie Kingston from his partner and dominating the action during the break. Commercial break. The tenacious Kingston fought back and made the tag to Jon Moxley, who exploded into the match. He dropped Caster with the pile driver and then choked Bowens out. He climbed to the ropes, but a suspiciously recovered Bowens cut him off. Caster set Moxley up for a suplex, and Bowens came off the top with the crossbody. Caster pulled Moxley to the floor, and Bowens rocked Kingston. Moxley prevented the Hills from using their boombox, and then worked with Kingston to deliver a tandem wheelbarrow DDT for the win. Now, after the match, Tony Schiavone interviewed Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky about their recent actions towards Darby Allin and Sting. After a solid promo from the Hills, Sting made his way to the ring while Allin attacked from behind. The babyfaces beat their rivals down, sending them to the floor for protection and ending the segment. Now, the match with the Acclaim. The match was fun, action-packed, but felt like it fell apart a bit near the end. Before that, Caster and Bowens had the opportunity to show off against the two legitimate world title contenders, thus raising their stock. They will be huge stars in the tag team division one day, but for now, made competent opponents for the tandem that is about to challenge the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing. Though that match was yet to be officially announced, but it's announced now. They will be fighting them for the tag team championships at Double or Nothing. Now, Sting and Darby Allin getting revenge on Sky and Page made sense considering the Hills were instrumental in Allin's TNT Championship loss last week. Their feud has been escalating with every passing week and will likely conclude at Double or Nothing. That the winner of said match is not readily apparent makes the showdown that much more intriguing. Now, I'm happy about this. I want to see Sting in the ring with younger guys. This is what he should have been doing in WWE. It looks like he still can go. Just protect them at all costs. You don't want anyone to get severely hurt or injured in a match, especially the way AEW is, with people getting injured often. So, just be careful. He's a legend. He was treated carelessly in WWE. I don't want to see that again. The guy's good. He's a legend. He should be treated as such. He's a Hall of Famer, former world champion. So, yeah, I'm glad to see him back. A lot of people don't care that Sting's back. I'm okay that he's back in this capacity. He's more of a manager guy for Darby Allin. They look good together, but he also still can go in the ring. He got some gas in his tank left, which is good. I don't think he's as hurt or injured as The Undertaker was, so I think he still can go. I mean, you really can't tell how old he is because he got face paint on, so you can see the wrinkles, but not like that. Hair standing out, who cares about that? The guy still can go in the ring. Let him do his motherfucking thing, man. Let him do his shit. Stop complaining. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. He's going against younger guys, so it can be action-packed. He ain't going against nobody old, so it ain't gonna be no slow, methodical match. I'm fine with that. I like those kind of matches. I just don't want to see that match with Sting and a younger guy. I want this shit to be fast, paced, and I think they'll knock it out the park. I think they will. Ethan Page is good. Scorpio Sky is good. Darby Allin is good. Let those young guys control the match. Sting, you come in with need be. Tell me what you guys think about this. You ready to see Darby Allin and Sting fight Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky Double or Nothing? Or are you ready for Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus the Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championships? Who do you think is going to win that match? Personally, I think it's going to be the Young Bucks. Who do I want to win? Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. But at the same time, I do think that the titles should stay on the Young Bucks because they are elevating the tag team division. They're doing a damn good job with the tag team championships. So that's my opinion. You tell me yours. Leave a comment in the comment section. Now, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and the Acclaim. I have posted on social media. The Acclaim been throwing bars at Jon Moxley, and it's hilarious, man. It's great. I think the dude actually can rap. Seriously. I don't mean whatever floats your boat though, but this is hilarious. Now there was a segment with Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. They were just walking and talking about this match, how they're in the tag team division now, and they have to get wins under their belt so they can be the right competitors for a tag team championship match. And basically that was just that. Now, when Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston came out, they came out to Wild Thing again, but it was like a revised version, and I think it was dope. I know people gonna hate on it. It is what it is, but I think it was dope. So then Acclaim came out, and they had bars for him again. He said they exchanged Valentine's Day gifts. He said that Jon Moxley's wife, Renee Young, all of in his mentions, she want him to come by to get some oral sessions or something like that. That was hilarious. But you probably shouldn't have said that, because Jon Moxley clocked him ASAP when the match started. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston set the tone early in the match with the Acclaim's Max Caster and Anthony Bowens pummeling the young team after a reference to the former champion's wife, Renee, and Oral Sessions podcast. The babyfaces dominated the opening moments of the match until a dragon screw leg whip to Kingston off the ropes left him prone to the Acclaim's attacks. Caster and Bowens worked over him, isolating Eddie Kingston from his partner and dominating the action during the break. Commercial break. The tenacious Kingston fought back and made the tag to Jon Moxley, who exploded into the match. He dropped Caster with the pile driver and then choked Bowens out. He climbed to the ropes, but a suspiciously recovered Bowens cut him off. Caster set Moxley up for a suplex, and Bowens came off the top with the crossbody. Caster pulled Moxley to the floor and Bowens rocked Kingston. Moxley prevented the Hills from using their boom box, and then worked with Kingston to deliver a tandem wheelbarrow DDT for the win. Now, after the match, Tony Schiavone interviewed Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky about their recent actions towards Darby Allin and Sting. After a solid promo from the Hills, Sting made his way to the ring while Allin attacked from behind. The babyfaces beat their rivals down, sending them to the floor for protection and ending the segment. Now, the match with the Acclaim. The match was fun, action-packed, but felt like it fell apart a bit near the end. Before that, Caster and Bowens had the opportunity to show off against the two legitimate world title contenders, thus raising their stock. They will be huge stars in the tag team division one day, but for now, made competent opponents for the tandem that is about to challenge the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing. Though that match was yet to be officially announced, but it's announced now. They will be fighting them for the tag team championships at Double or Nothing. Now, Sting and Darby Allin getting revenge on Sky and Page made sense considering the Hills were instrumental in Allin's TNT Championship loss last week. Their feud has been escalating with every passing week and will likely conclude at Double or Nothing. That the winner of said match is not readily apparent makes the showdown that much more intriguing. Now, I'm happy about this. I want to see Sting in the ring with younger guys. This is what he should have been doing in WWE. It looks like he still can go. Just protect them at all costs. You don't want anyone to get severely hurt or injured in a match, especially the way AEW is, with people getting injured often. So, just be careful. He's a legend. He was treated carelessly in WWE. I don't want to see that again. The guy's good. He's a legend. He should be treated as such. He's a Hall of Famer, former world champion. So, yeah, I'm glad to see him back. A lot of people don't care that Sting's back. I'm okay that he's back in this capacity. He's more of a manager guy for Darby Allin. They look good together, but he also still can go in the ring. He got some gas in his tank left, which is good. I don't think he's as hurt or injured as The Undertaker was, so I think he still can go. I mean, you really can't tell how old he is because he got face paint on, so you can see the wrinkles, but not like that. Hair standing out, who cares about that? The guy still can go in the ring. Let him do his motherfucking thing, man. Let him do his shit. Stop complaining. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. He's going against younger guys, so it can be action-packed. He ain't going against nobody old, so it ain't gonna be no slow, methodical match. Which is, I'm fine with that. I like those kind of matches. I just don't want to see that match with Sting and a younger guy. I want this shit to be fast-paced, and I think they'll knock it out the park. I think they will. Ethan Page is good. Scorpio Sky is good. Darby Allin is good. Let those young guys control the match. Sting, you come in when need be. Tell me what you guys think about this. You ready to see Darby Allin and Sting fight Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky Double or Nothing? Or are you ready for Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus the Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championships? Who do you think is going to win that match? Personally, I think it's going to be the Young Bucks. Who do I want to win? Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. But at the same time, I do think that the titles should stay on the Young Bucks because they are elevating the tag team division. They're doing a damn good job with the tag team championships. So that's my opinion. You tell me yours. Leave a comment in the comment section. Now, Hikaru Shida versus Rebel with Dr. Britt Baker. Before Dr. Britt Baker challenged Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's Championship at Double or Nothing, her assistant Rebel battled the title holder Wednesday night. I didn't care about this at all because Rebel can't wrestle, so I don't care about this. But Rebel feigned injury to no unveil early before Shida pummeled her. The champion pulled out her own glove, teasing the lockjaw of her own, causing Baker to jump up on the apron. The distraction allowed Rebel to bash Shida with the crutch. The weaponry was not enough though, as Shida used a stretch muffler to score the submission win. After the match, Britt Baker attacked Sheeta, attacked Sheeta, delivering a big stomp into the women's title. Sheeta beating Rebel was never a question, but the match and everything that came after felt rather lackluster given how hot of a character Britt Baker has been in recent months. Hopefully the match between the good Doctor and Sheeta, who will celebrate 1 year as champion, come this Sunday. So, I think that Dr. Britt Baker is definitely going to win this. She should win this. If she does not win this, they drop the ball. She's hot. Nobody cares about Sheeta like that. Her title run as for a year has been very lackluster. I mean, very lackluster. And I think the problem is they just had too many people coming in that were just random women from other promotions. And that wasn't a good thing. Now, they started to, the women's division has gotten better now because you have more talent. You have Jade Cargill, you got Velvet, you got Big Swole, you got Tay Conti, you got Anna Jay, you got Britt Baker, you got Thunder Rosa. There's more. So the women's division is better now. But this year's span, it was horrible. It was horrible, man. And I think that she just held the championship too long. There was no reason for her to hold the championship this long, but I think the only reason for that was because there was really no more women talent. Like, they didn't build anybody up enough. Now, Britt Baker is built all the way up now. She needs to be the champion. Everyone's talking about her. She's always hashtags. She always doing something. What made her was that hardcore match with the blood all over her face. That did it. Once that happened, it was over. Everybody started liking her. She went from being a heel, or she went from being a baby face to a heel. People didn't like her as a heel, but after that match, they loved her. People loved her. No matter if she a heel or not. People want to see her as champion, like myself. So, excuse me. Just let that happen. I feel like I'm being a dead horse, keep saying it, but if it don't happen, just know, people are going to be pissed. And I will be one of them. Because she needs to run this women's division. Not Sheeta. Sorry, Sheeta. Just is what it is. But tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Dr. Britt Baker is going to win this championship match? Do you think she should win? Do you think she is going to win? Tell me what you think. Now, the commentary team threw to a video of Kenny Omega and Don Canales approaching Orange Cassidy with an agreement to give up his title opportunity at Double or Nothing. Freshly Squeezed slowly ripped up the contract while the champion and a former Impact EVP attempted to get him to think about changing his mind. We all know Orange Cassidy wasn't about to do that. You already know. The backstage confrontation between Cassidy and Omega was great. Everything from Chris Statlander standing up for her friend to Cassidy fuck that word. The sloth, his sloth persona from Zootopia as he tore up the agreement to Omega's condescending heel character worked extremely well. So well, in fact, that the idea of Cassidy silencing the overconfident bad guy and winning the world title at Double or Nothing will be absolutely be appropriate conclusion to this story, even if it has no real shot in hell of happening. There's no way Orange Cassidy is going to win this match. Pac is not going to win this. Well, Pac. I still say Pac. He's not going to win this match either. It's going to be a wrap. It's going to be a wrap. Kenny Omega is going to win this match. I want him to win this match. I think it's great that Orange Cassidy is in a heavyweight championship contender match, though. It's great for him. Pac's already had one opportunity. I do think that Pac will win the AEW championship in the future. But right now, you're not. It's Kenny Omega's time. And that's just what it is. That's a fact. He's winning championships all over the world. It's him. It's his time. He's doing damn good at it. People don't like his promo work. People say he's kind of, I think this is great. Kenny Omega is great in the ring. The Elite should have all the championships except for the TNT. except for the TNT. They don't have a woman to fight for the women's championship. If they did, that'd be different. But they need those tag team titles, and they need that heavyweight championship. Let them have it, at least for right now. At least through the summer. Around fall, that's when they can change hands. But for right now, keep the championship on Kenny Omega. He's doing great work with it. I love this concept with Orange Cassidy and Pac. Cassidy has always been hilarious. He's good in the ring too. He's hilarious. I did not like Cassidy when he first arrived. I thought it was goofy, but he grew on me. He's great too, man. He's great. He's great, and he's real good. When he decides to talk and actually do promos, he's damn good on that mic too. So shout outs to them. They made the right decision with booking this and how they putting it together. But Kenny Omega should go over in this match. Tell me what you think though. Do you think Kenny Omega is going to win, Orange Cassidy is going to win, or Pac is going to win? Let me know in the comment section. Man, the Inner Circle is just great with promos, man. All of them. Even Jake Hager. I wasn't even expecting him to get better. I feel like it's because of Chris Jericho. These guys being around Jericho, he's teaching them a lot. He's teaching them a lot, man. The Inner Circle made their way to the ring to discuss the Pinnacles challenge for Stadium Stampede at Double or Nothing. Each member of the group voiced their reasons for accepting the match until Chris Jericho revealed he has doubts, questioning whether it is worth it. He recalled the physical and mental anguish he has endured since Blood and Guts. The champion said it was worth it for the revenge they will get on the Hills. Jericho accepted the match, ending with, "We're going to dance all over your face and piss on your grave." Strong words from Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and roller. That's my guy. Jericho was one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid. Dead ass. Like, dead ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was a great promo segment that added the heat for the upcoming match. Allow each member of the Inner Circle to have a voice and conclude with Jericho delivering a fire! Exclamation point to it all. A great promo from all involved the Stadium Stampede match in importance. Even as some suggest Blood and Guts really should have wrapped things up between these two teams, it is cool now because the promo where every time they talk, it just makes me want to watch. That's what it is. When they talk, I just want to watch. So now I'm like, alright, man. If they gonna do this, then just let them do it. Because they make me interested in seeing the match. I didn't want to see the match. But then guess what? You guessed it. Promos. The promos. The way you promote your match is everything, man. It can be something that nobody cares about, but then you promote that motherfucker and now everybody want to watch it. Now I'm intrigued. I don't know what they're going to do that's going to top Blood and Guts, even though the finish wasn't that great, which you can tell the people in the audience knew. When Jericho was talking about how he got threw off the cage, people were like, boo. He kept talking loud, trying to overpower the volume of the crowd because people weren't feeling that shit. But the promo work was so good, though, that people just said, fuck it, man. Let's watch this. Let's see it again. Let's see what you guys are going to do at Stadium Stampede. I'm intrigued. I want to see it. And I really like Sammy Guevara, man. When this guy breaks away from the Inner Circle, hopefully they do something with this kid. I feel like they need another championship. Like 2 men, because there's a lot of guys. But that also gives whoever has the TNT championship more competition, and whoever has the heavyweight championship more competition, just by having just those two. But they got some guys, man. Their mid-card division is off the chain, and shouts out to them. The way these guys are selling themselves, man. They are getting themselves over organically, and it's a good thing to see. It's a good thing to watch, man. I really enjoy it. Even Ortiz, man, his promo work is great. The stuff, the how he talk, he just reminds me of a straight street dude from the block. If I saw him on the block, that's what he remind me of. And it's great in wrestling because the way they show Black and Latinas in wrestling, either you super corny or you a mass luchador. Or you like Crime Time, which was disgusting. That was horrible. That was a horrible gimmick. You don't have, like, I still hated they did that. But, and rest in peace to Shad Gas. But, yeah, man. The way these guys are talking and promoting themselves, this is amazing. This is amazing. Keep up the good work. Do you think that the Inner Circle is going to lose this match? Do you think that they should split up the Inner Circle? Do you think that? You think it's too soon? I don't think it's too soon, but I don't think that they should. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is a hard decision. If they do, what's going to happen with Jake Hager? Now, Santana or Ortiz, they're a tag team, so they'll be fine. But you're just going to put Jake Hager out there by himself to be just by himself. Just by himself, man. To be a singles competitor, which he already is, but I can't see him just being by himself. Like he needs some kind of manager or something. Now, Chris Jericho will be fine by himself. I don't think Jake Hager will be fine by himself. And I think Sammy Guevara will be fine by himself too. But I don't think Jake Hager will. Unless he just come out like a destroyer, just fucking people up. That's the only thing I can see. But I don't want Jake Hager to go down a ladder and just be nobody. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's going to go through some MMA matches and taking a break from wrestling for a while. But I don't know, man. Tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section. Do you think that the Inner Circle will defeat the Pinnacle? I do not. I think the Inner Circle is going to lose this. Even though the Pinnacle already got a win over them, I just don't see the Inner Circle winning this. Because I feel like they want to break the Inner Circle up. Jericho probably has some touring to do with Fozzy or Quarantine, his rock and roll groups. So who knows? We'll see. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's WWE Hall of Famer Lita telling you to watch Wrestling with Destiny podcast on YouTube with Mark Destiny. This guy knows his stuff. So tune in for wrestling content, review shows, and basically tap in or tap out. See you guys over there.
NWA Women's Championship match. Serena Deeb versus Red Velvet. I think I might have called her Velvet Sky on accident earlier or something like that. But man, when people have to be having the same name, speaking of that, there's a lot of people with the same names in AEW, last names at least. That would never happen in WWE. They'll change the whole name up. Look at Dominic Dijakovic. I think his name T-Bar. Can't have his name Dominic with Dominic Mysterio. So rap for that one, buddy. But anyway, NWA Women's Champion Serena Deeb returned to Dynamite Wednesday night and wasted little time establishing dominance as she took the fight to Red Velvet. She overwhelmed her challenger early and overcame a pre-commercial leg whip to seize control with one of her own, opening Velvet up for a leg-based attack that continued throughout the picture-in-picture commercial break. Velvet fought back following the break and looked to deliver the just desserts. The just desserts. I'm tripping. Deeb avoided it, but Velvet sat down for a close 2 count. Velvet scaled the ropes and came off with the moonsault, but Deeb got her knees up, leaving the challenger gasping for air. Deeb delivered a powerbomb, but couldn't keep the challenger down. The champion applied the Serenity Lock, but Velvet forced her to release. After a quick inside cradle, Deeb caught Velvet with the chop block and reapplied the Serenity Lock after bashing the knee into the mat, forcing the tap out. Deeb and Velvet put in the work for this one, providing an action-packed match that helped enhance Deeb's role as NWA champion while giving her opponent another high-profile match in her young career. There was little opportunity for the audience to disquench, and they paced things well throughout. Deeb is a great wrestler, a performer whose talents have gone underrated and underappreciated for way too long. She is a throwback, a technically sound wrestler who resembles the likes of Bret Hart and Dean Malenko in an age where that style isn't necessarily cool. I wish it was, man, because I love people like that. She does, though. And meshes extremely well with her opponents. She has been a low-key asset to AEW and its women division, and it's always a treat to see in these NWA title bouts. Now, I wonder if the NWA and AEW are just gonna NWA, New Japan, TNA, AEW, all four of these should just do a pay-per-view together. And I think it'd be amazing. You can have cross-promotion matches, all of that. And I think it'll work out very, very well. Even if, like, say if you had like a Darby Allin going against Nick Aldis for the NWA championship. Like, I think that would be dope. Even have some people win. Have somebody from NWA take a title from AEW, and somebody from AEW take a title from New Japan, and somebody from New Japan take a title from Impact. Like, man, that would be fire, man. Keep all these shows like going good. Now, if they were all on the same television broadcast, they probably can do even more bigger things. But I love how all this cross-promotion stuff is going, because it reminds me of the old days before all the territories were bought by Vince McMahon Sr. Now, what do you guys think of Serena Deeb and Velvet? Do you think they had a good match? I remember when Serena Deeb was in WWE and she was with CM Punk, and they had the whole they don't do any drugs gimmick, and they were shaving their hair. Luke Gallows was with them. And they just dropped the ball with her, because this girl is a beast in the ring. And then she went to NXT for that women's tryout thing they did, or I can't remember what it was called. It was on NXT, that the women's little tournament they had before they actually had a women's championship belt. And she did good in there too. So, yeah, I think they dropped the ball with her. They should have signed her. I'm sure that AEW would sign her if she wasn't with NWA. NWA, y'all better keep her. Y'all better pay her money, man. Pay her money. Pay her money. But tell me what you guys think. Now, we have Anthony Ogogo versus Billy Gunn's son, Austin Gunn. And I'm going to tell you, this guy can rap, man. I was listening to Austin Gunn's music, and I was like, damn, I know the guy can spit like that. It's kind of funny that the Acclaim got the rapper gimmick. You know what? Now that I think about it, Austin Gunn probably be writing those bars for them, because it kind of sound like it. If you ever heard Austin Gunn's music, I tried to send the boy some beats. He never returned the messages though, but it's all gravy. I ain't tripping. But the boy can rap, man. Now, Anthony Ogogo returned to action this week, battling Austin Gunn of the Nightmare family. The second generation star was accompanied to the ring by Cody Rhodes, draped in the United States flag, reminding people that he is super duper American. Gunn fared about as well as one would expect, eating a few shots to the midsection and bleeding eternally as the referee called for the bell. Rhodes checked on his fallen teammate after the match. The Ogogo Rhodes rivalry is completely thoughtless and not at all entertaining, but the British boxer has star written all over him. He looks the part, has those devastating punches, and has legitimacy of competing in the Olympics. Gunn, to his credit, is a hell of a bumper and sold the offensive Ogogo better than half the roster could have. He is a superb beyond his years in that regard, and clearly the son of Billy. People are hating on Ogogo's punches. Now, me, I said I like the punches. They do look devastating. People are selling them like they hurt for real. Now, people don't like the fact that the referee just rang the bell after it happened. They want Ogogo to pin them. Now, I think that would be better too if Ogogo actually pinned them after he hit them with the body shot. Like, that'll make it just for theatrics. You can even like put your boot on their chest after you do it, and like start shadow boxing when you pin them, like something. You know what I'm saying? Just for theatrics. I think that would work well. But anyway, do you care about Anthony Ogogo and Cody Rhodes in the match? Now, I said I did because they need to make stars. Now this is making Anthony. This is going to make Anthony Ogogo a star. Now I just want to see it happen just for that reason. I want Cody Rhodes to be able to develop new talent. I want Chris Jericho to be able to develop new talent. I want Sting to be able to develop new talent. I want Christian to be able to develop new talent. These guys are veterans. They supposed to bring up younger talent and help create younger talent. That's how the game goes. That's how the game goes. Everybody knows this. Don't complain about it. It's cool. It's cool. It's gonna be all right. That's just how the game goes. When you're a veteran in the game, you got to bring up the younger talent so they can end up becoming as good as you are. And one day, hopefully, they can become a veteran in the game. That's how you can keep this business going so they can keep on making money. You got to lift these guys up. You got to build these guys up. If you don't, they're going to just sink down and you're not going to have any more stars. Because guess what? Father Time don't stop. It keeps going. You're not going to be in the shape you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You're especially as a wrestler. You're going to get beaten up and you're not going to be able to do the things you used to be able to do. That's why you need younger guys. Teach them while you're still in this phase and you're competing for championships. These younger guys wrestle them, build them up. So when you can't compete like how you used to no more, they learned all this stuff from you and then they can come up and now they're on that level, winning championships. That's how it goes. And you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. Now, the new TNT champion Miro made his way to the ring. He cut a promo about defeating Darby Allin and winning the TNT championship. Lance Archer interrupted and promised to make the new champion his Bulgarian bitch. At Double or Nothing, the promo ended with Miro taking a few verbal shots at his impending opponent at the standing tall. Now, the Miro promo was great. He has finally found himself as talent in AEW and is not all bashful on the microphone. He landed a killer line about Archer bringing old man Jake Roberts out to hold him back and tackled one on a one-liner about yoga. The interference to Jake's DDP yoga experience, it was sarcastic, humorous, but deadly serious as to set the stage for a host battle for the TNT championship at Double or Nothing. Now, everyone's been talking about this. There's been trolls, comments I've been talking to, talking shit, blah, blah. Will they change the name of the TNT Championship after this move next year? I think January 22nd to TBS. Now the show is still going to be called Dynamite. TNT is another word for Dynamite. But they're also going to have a show called Rampage. Now, I would just change it to the AEW Television Championship. Have one side plate have TBS on it. The other side plate have TNT on it. It's simple. I do not think it should be called the TNT Championship, even though TNT runs TBS as well. I don't think it should still be called the TNT Championship because now there's two different shows and they're both going to be on TBS. So it just doesn't make sense. Change the name to the to the Television Championship. One side plate TBS, one side plate TNT, and keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. You can design a whole new championship. Now, if that does happen, the original red TNT championship that's going to be become worth a lot of money in the future if you have one. I was like, damn, maybe I should get one of them motherfuckers. Maybe. I don't know. I said I was glad I didn't purchase one because of this change. But we don't know if they're going to change it or not. No one knows. We're only going to know next year. That's when we all find out. So everything is just speculations and opinions. No one has a fucking idea what they're going to do. They haven't mentioned it or none of that. So right now, I wouldn't worry about it. Fucking trolls. But it is what it is. Tell me what you think though. Are you happy that Miro is finally Miro? No more of the bullshit. I know I gotta ask y'all that all the time because I don't think people care like that. I am super excited that Miro is being Miro and a badass. I do not like the goofy, cool shit he was doing with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. This is way better. The guy's a beast. He's an ass kicker. He should be treated as such. He should be booked as such. And now they're doing the right thing. None of that goofy shit he was doing in WWE. Y'all, when he first was in WWE though with Rusev and Lana, and he went like a year undefeated almost or some shit like that. Then he lost against John Cena, and when that happened, it was a wrap. He had that loss with John Cena, and it was a wrap. It was a wrap. John Cena was burying people. He did the same thing with Bray Wyatt. It took him years to get that victory back. So, I don't know. I'm just happy that Miro is finally able to do his thing now and be serious in the ring, and it's great to see. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Now, you had a Varsity Blondes versus the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships. The Varsity Blondes did a promo earlier in the night, explaining how they looked up to the Young Bucks and how they met the Young Bucks and how the Young Bucks have changed. And Brian Pillman Jr. said he didn't start wrestling because of his father, and it was Young Bucks who helped him figure him, find himself, and said this is what he wanted to do now. So he was looking up to them, and now the guys just changed and they assholes. They're everything they thought they weren't. But this was a great match. Let's get into it. The top-ranked Varsity Blondes team with Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, now accompanied by Julia Hart. That's a great to add her. She dresses like a cheerleader. They dresses like football players. It's great. The challenge the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships in the night's main event. A hot tag to Garrison sparked the comeback that Nick Jackson shut down with the super kick to the face. Pillman showed great resiliency down the stretch, fending off Matt Jackson but repeated cheating from the champions, including aerosol cans and Brandon Cutler, allowed the champions to overcome the competent challenge of their opponents and score the win via match sharpshooter to Pillman. Now, bro, the Young Bucks are off the chain in the ring. And I mean, everybody knows this though. But Jesus Christ, man. Matt Jackson had him in the sharpshooter. And then Nick Jackson did a leapfrog off the third rope and then hit him with a X Factor, and then got out the ring, got back on the apron, and did a moonsault. I'm like, bro, you too talented. Way too talented, both of them. It's ridiculous. Like, Pillman Jr. and Garrison hung with the Bucks every step of the way, never appearing overwhelmed by the moment. Their credibility was helped by the idea that the champions had to cheat to beat them. Adding Julia Hart to the mix was a nice touch, and with the matching jackets, give the team a total package feel that they did not have before. They look great like this. The Bucks are great, especially during this heel run, and are in the midst of the hottest tag team AEW program has had to date with Moxley and Kingston. Considering some of the feuds we have seen, including the all-timer with the Omega and Hangman Page, that is saying something. In fact, considering the card AEW has put together for Double or Nothing, the argument could be made that Matt and Nick Jackson's title defense against the Renegade Babyfaces should main event the pay-per-view, if nothing else, because it would be difficult for any other match to eclipse the quality and emotion behind it. Now, I just want to say this, man. The Young Bucks are one hell of a tag team. They are just so good in the ring, man. It's ridiculous. I don't understand like where they got all of this talent from. It's ridiculous. Like, it's like a overwhelming. Like, I'm glad it ain't underwhelming. And they have a great tag team division. But guess what they have? One tag team division. Just one. And it's working wonders because there's so many different tag teams Everyone's doing great in the tag team division. It's amazing. I'm just glad to see that what they're doing in AEW, man. That's all I can say about this. Like, these guys are super good and creative at what they do. And also, the Pinnacles sent a warning in a promo to the Inner Circle about their decision on this last match with the Stadium Stampede. This was also great. We all know MJF is great with promo work. I like Dax is a fucking beast. The way he talked on this promo was amazing. I'm like, damn, where was this at in WWE? I know. They wouldn't let him talk. This guy got bars. He got bars, man. And I like the dynamic of Sean Spears getting angry with the wine guy, beating his face in the table. And then you got Tully Blanchard throwing cash at him. And then you got Warlord. He took the wine bottle from him, pushed him, and then started drinking it. And then they said they want some more. And then that was the end of the promo. Like, everybody on AEW are doing fantastic promo work and real good matches. Real good matches. They have grown so much from when they first started this that it's fucking crazy to me. It's just crazy to me, man. Now AEW is moving to TBS. This is probably because hockey's going to be on Wednesdays, and they still want their Wednesday night slot. Who watches hockey? I don't know. I don't watch hockey, but if you do, shout out to you. So they're going to move TNT there. To AEW there, Dynamite, and they're going to have a new show called Rampage. Tony Khan turned down a 3-hour show for one extra show. Genius. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. That's what Vince McMahon should have did. He should have been like, no, instead of having 3 hours, can I get another show? Can I put NXT on here? Like, 3-hour wrestling show is ridiculous, especially if it sucked. Like, so Tony Khan he's a genius for this. That was great. Then you're gonna have another show called Rampage. He said Rampage is going to be just as good as AEW Dynamite. It's not going to be no lower brand or anything like that. That's what AEW Dark is for, and Revelation is for. I think that's what it's called. I don't watch none of those, but I'm excited to see where this is going to take us next year. With AEW Dynamite being on TBS and there's new show Rampage, I want to see how the look is going to be. They're all going to have a real crowd at Double or Nothing. So that's going to be fantastic too. I'm happy about that. That's going to be great. But you already know, guys. Tell me what you think about the podcast. Tell me what you think about AEW Dynamite. And if you like it, leave a thumbs up. If you don't, you know what you can do. Tap in or tap the fuck out.
Hey, the original gangster. And I'm stopping by to tell everybody to check out Wrestling with Destiny podcast on YouTube with Mark Destiny. The original gangster is coming by to tell you, tap in or tap the fuck out. Peace.